All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasu Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasu Seti, DVD lectures, t-shirts, and hoodies, African and comedic jewelry. Got 20% off at this time. We got 20% off at this time. So but save before you shop. Soon as you shop, you already got 20% discount waiting on you. Soon as you shop. That's right. That's family, right? That's family. And we also got the holistic tonics and remedies. We got the home decor accessories for every room in the house, living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. We got you. That's right. KingSeti.com. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSeti.com, SETI University. Over 900 video presentations on African history, heritage, spirituality, nation building, black economics, education, everything necessary for nation building, community building. You see, we got the video library catalogs, God Deception, The Black Woman is God, Olmec, Voyages of the Nile, not from Naga to Nigger, the African origins of the Hindu Kush, when Egypt ruled the earth. I mean, all the legacy subjects. We got the video library and catalogs for you. Show up, thank me later. You see, and generalseti.com, SETI University. Of course, we keep it popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never come. Exclusive live streams too hot to handle on YouTube or any other tool. Right. And so the latest live stream lecture, America is Egypt, the Mississippi River versus the Nile, debunked. Debunked. You tried, but you failed. You see him. So we got that live stream showing right now on Patreon, General Sarasu Seti. So, you need to get over there and get that work. We got Lilith, the queen of hell, the chief goddess of the white world. We got General Seti's alchemy dictionary of occult words and key words and phrases that relate to black divinity. You need to get there and get that work. Period. Get in there and get that work. And so as Patreon General Seti, the links is right there in the video description. And Raiden already dropped them right there in the chat. That's what I'm talking about, right there in the chat. Good. You see, thanks, brother. And of course, make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channel, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Did I say General Seti? I did. Sarasun Seti, King Seti, yes. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will. Ray will. And all the other moderators. Patai ain't in the house right now. Patai ban motherfuckers so quick. You know what I'm saying? Ban you. So don't do it because you ain't coming back. All right. We got some powerful information popping up. You see, and we're dealing with, because the family brought it up. And you know what? I had, I used to touch on the Chinese pyramids far, earlier on when I was doing my studies. And, it kind of, I haven't touched on them in a while. And so I figured that I'll touch on them. You see, because, family brought them up. And I said, it's a prime time for me to deal with that. Now, when we're talking about, of course, you can see from the top, that ain't a pyramid. You understand what I'm saying? Because a pyramid come to a point. Okay? Pyramid come to a point. And so that's not a pyramid. It's got a flat top. And so we got this stick tie. And plus it's an earthen work. Okay? It's an earthen work. And I don't want to take away because more than likely the Kushites had, were responsible for it anyway. You see, the Kushites was responsible for it anyway. And how do we know that? We're going to prove it. Okay, we're going to prove it. Ain't a problem. It's an earthen work. See, you got to understand masonry between earth and work. If you're using nothing but dirt, that's earthen work. Okay, we in the house. And so, yes, I did. I used to use these, when early on, for the first 10 years, and just I be great, so much information be coming in that it just get away from me. You see, and so when I was studying these, what I did realize, I seen the three pyramids that are almost, exactly like the pyramid of Giza. You see Khufu, Khafra, and Menkaure. Now, the first two pyramids from the top are almost in perfect alignment. But then you get the pyramid at the bottom here, almost, it's a tad bit off from alignment. You see, and when you look at the three stars of Orion's belt, you will see that it's almost exactly as the layout of the Giza plateau, as you can see here. You see, and so and a lot of people don't understand. As we look, it wasn't the Giza plateau that first laid out heaven on earth, because they say as in heaven on earth. You see, as in heaven on earth. So when you look at the Giza plateau and you look at many of the temples that are in ancient Egypt, they are in alignment with sacred stars and sacred constellations in the sky, in the heavens. This is your heaven on earth. And so, we have to understand that. So, this is a very deep, it's a mirror image of the stars. Okay. And so when you look at, you're looking at the Chinese, and I get exactly what province that's located in. But even here, see, this is Saqqara, which a lot of people, and I brought that up, that even before Giza, you see at Saqqara, the alignment of the pyramids, you see, and I'm gonna blow it up here. When you look at the pyramid of Yusakov, then you look at the pyramid of Zolja that was constructed by Imhotep for his pharaoh Zolja, and then you see right here, which is the mastaba of Nebret. Okay, Nebret. Okay, which is right here. Okay. Now let me matter of fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a copy because I'm gonna need. Well, this is Saqqara right here. So you see, this is even better. You see, this is even better. You see, so you see the pyramid of Unis. You see the pyramid of Saqqara. Then you see the pyramid of Yusakov. Now, even these, from this vantage point, both of them look like they're a little turned. You know what I'm saying? And so, but when you come over here, they look more in alignment. So but in that respect, when I take this one, let me you see, when you take this one, it is the same as the Giza Plateau, and it's the same as the pyramids in China. Well, earthenworks. We'll call them pyramids for this at this point. But then, when we have to be exact, we're gonna kick you out the club. When we want to be exact and kick you out the club, we'll kick you out the club. You see? Okay. So you put this pyramids of Saqqara. Okay. And you see the pyramid at the top in alignment with the pyramid in the middle. And then you see this one. This one's a little off. It's a little off. This one is too. You see what I'm saying? But for some reason, there is some similarities. And even when you look at the other ones out there, and then you add the rest of them. You see, you add the rest of them, and so you see that there is some similarities in constructing these pyramid systems, complex system or pyramid fields. Okay, there is some, and so it will bring one to understand that these are constellations. You see, and some may have more, stars in the constellation than the other. Okay, because it's a lot of stars in the sky. You feel me? And so you see again, you see this is at Saqqara. And there is an alignment, and you see that alignment. And matter of fact, this one got the showing you. You see that this is in alignment. All of them are on a straight line axis. You see, and so this is at Saqqara. This is long before Giza. This is long before Giza. So you see here Giza, the Giza plateau, which is the greatest pyramid field in the world, bar none. We got to quit letting people and see these are pyramids. Now let me show you what a pyramid is. Let me see. Here we go. So when you dealing with geometry, you see, when you dealing with geometry, and this is what you need to be dealing with. We always saying, well, they got pyramid. Ain't no goddamn pyramid. Nigga, you about to fall. You about to fail. You about to fail. So when you look up in geometry, you see that's a pyramid. Nothing else. Okay. It won't pass. It won't pass. Okay, so we'll drop this in so you can have is a polyhedron. A polyhedron. Okay. Is it in there? Make sure it's in there good. With a polygon base and triangular lateral faces that meet at the apex. Okay? You see, so we now if you need a polyhedron, a solid figure with many plane faces, typically more than 6. Okay? Typically more than 6. That's what it says. Okay? And so yeah, and so that's what it said, a polyhedron. And let me see how many faces. 5 faces. So a pyramid has 5 faces, 8 edges, and 5 vertices. Okay? 5 faces. It says triangular pyramids have 4 faces. Okay? A rectangular pyramid has 5 faces. Okay, it has 5 faces. So let me see what it says. Is a true pyramid, but what does it? But anyway, I'm trying to do too much geometry to break that down. But that's a pyramid. Okay. And so when you and one of the clear things is an apex, and you know right there off top, that ain't no damn apex. There ain't no damn, it's a flat top. You see? But it does 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a it's triangular. You see how many faces does the pyramid? Because I seen it. They say it got about. But I had to bring this up so people can see. Well, it look like, you know what, but you know what they say you see, then now that's crazy. But because I seen how they, how many faces it actually got. Now you can see it's a line, so it got more size than what you want to believe. You see what I'm saying? Because there's a line going down through there. You see, but if you look here, say 1, 2, 3, it looks like it's 4. You see what I'm saying? But it's a line. It's more than one triangle in there. See, if you look down that line, you will see it's a triangle there, and then it's a triangle there too. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that they, is based on the lighting. So, but nevertheless, you see, this is a true pyramid. This is a true geometrical pyramid. Smooth sides. You see, a smooth side. Let me see. Smooth. And so that's another characteristic, that is smooth sides. And so you get the outer case and you understand coming to a point. So these are the only real true pyramids in the world. Okay. These are the only true pyramids in the world. And so again, when I looked, I say I got something. And you can see, wait a minute, I did what the other one at? I dropped down in there. See, this is Seneferu's pyramid. And it had an outer casing, but a lot of the Arabs, they come and they'll peel the damn is in there. Let me make sure. Where we at? Yeah, that's Seneferu's pyramid. And so you see, that's the first true pyramid. Okay, when you see even in the new in Nubia, you see they come to a point. That's a pyramid. You see, now this is now this pyramid right here, this is Seneferu. This was constructed in 2000, 2613 BC. It could be far older than that. You see, and you got crazy ass people, man. They be talking about the tallest pyramids is in Mexico. Nigga, if you, I mean, I thought crack went out in the 80s. You see what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers is still on that shit. You see what I'm saying? It's no way possible for anybody to can believe. You see, this is masonry. Now, this is another thing that I want to show, before, that we want to touch on. When you start talking about, no, this is the library. I don't want to deal with that one. I want to deal with the freestanding structures right here. You see? And so when you talk about freestanding structures, you see, we talking about freestanding structures. And so we got to get a definition for freestanding structure. I'm tired of y'all coming in here with no goddamn earthen mounds or pyramids with earth that are supported by earthen mounds. Okay? Free-standing buildings. Definition. Stands on its own foundation or base without attachment to anything. So if you got a pyramid, and I'm just using the word loosely, and you go down into South America, and they do got a lot of pyramids that are supported by earthen mound. I mean, even the Olmec pyramids. When you go to Levanta, when you go to Levanta, that's a pyramid that's supported by earthen mound. The only thing left is the mound. They didn't took the stones and did whatever they wanted to do with it. I don't know if they used the stone to rebuild other structures or whatever they did. You see what I'm saying? But it is so. And so when you start talking, and when you get to a list where it say freestanding structures, you're not gonna see none of that on there. Now you even hear people they talk about the one pyramid down in Mexico they call Colula. They say Colula is the largest pyramid in the world. The largest pyramid in the world that ain't standing. What explain to me what you talking about? You see, if this is an earthen mound, man. This is a hill, a mound of damn dirt. You see, and even though Colula was constructed by the Olmecs, you see, they did not have, even the Olmecs did not have the high technology that was in the Nile. Now, when they came, they did have a certain potency to their skills, but they couldn't do everything. You see, they couldn't do everything. See, when you go in the Nile, you got a multitude of godlike masons, godlike architects. You see, you got a workforce that have already been working on megalithic structures. So you got a skill. You understand what I'm saying? You got a skill pool beyond anything else on the planet. See, now when you had some architects, you had some masons, you had some engineers that left and went into what you call the America, but you're gonna need more than a few to do anything like what is. And see, that's where when you talk about the multitudes, see, that's why you got to come back. Got to come back to the Nile. You got to take some refresher courses. You ain't doing so well like when you first showed up. You see? So now when we talking about freestanding structures, all these will never get on there. Even though you say, were they large? No, they're not larger. You understand? They're not even freestanding structures. These is, like I say, they're not masonry. You comparing an earthen mound or earthworks to masonry. And that don't make no fucking sense. All you had to do is keep dumping dirt on and go dig some more dirt and dump your bucket and keep until the shit get as large as you want it. You understand what I'm saying? We used to do that, and you pat that motherfucker down. You know what I'm saying? You keep patting it down and shit. You understand? Till you get the shape you want. You know what I'm saying? And you shaping it as you go. You know what I'm saying? You don't only let it get too, you know what I'm saying? So you shaping it as you go. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. And that's what you're doing. That ain't no fucking masonry. That ain't no masonry. That ain't no masonry, nigga. You out there, we used to do that. You see what I'm saying? You just get a whole lot of people, y'all get a whole lot of buckets, and you dump the dirt over in the pile. That's what you're doing. You see? And so we get people to say this is larger. I say, man, I tell you, boy, my people, man, they fall for anything. You know what I'm saying? Fall for anything. So we talking about, again, a freestanding structure is a structure that stands on its own foundation or base without attachment to anything. And I don't think earthenworks fall into that. You see, you don't fall into that because you're not using masonry. You see, you're not using masonry. It's a structure. I believe in that it's got to be some form of, whether it's masonry, whether it's steel. You understand what I'm saying? It falls into that category. If it don't fall, they normally label it, quote unquote, earthenworks. Okay. And so now when you look here and you see we're talking about some of the tallest freestanding structures that have ever existed on the planet. You see, that ever existed on the planet. Now, when you go to number one is the Pyramid of Giza. Okay, the Pyramid of Giza, and that's matter of fact, where's Giza Pyramid? It's down here. Right here. Matter of fact, let me bring them on down here so I can keep them near. Let me bring them on down here. Let me bring them on down here so we can work out. See, your little pyramid, your little mud mound ain't gonna be on here. It ain't gonna be on here. It's not. So don't be sad. Don't be sad. It's not gonna be on there. Okay, just not gonna be on there. Okay. And you see some of the freestanding structures today. You see the Burj Khalifa, the CN Tower in Toronto, the Willis Tower in Chicago. These are freestanding structures. So when you talk about the earliest is the Pyramid of Giza. Okay, it's 62.5 meters high. That's a skyscraper now. Don't get it twisted. I was there. That's a skyscraper. And that's 205 feet in the sky. Don't believe it. Fall off of it. Wait till you hit the ground. You will know it's a skyscraper. You see, just go to the top and trip and fall and wait till you hit the ground. You will know it's a skyscraper when you wake up in hell. When you wake up in hell, you will know it was a skyscraper. You feel me? So even at 2650 BC, they was already building skyscrapers in Africa. You see what I'm saying? Straight up masonry. You see, masonry. Okay. And it held the title for 40 years. Okay. It held the title for 40 years. Okay. Until the Pyramid of Meidum. Okay. Until the pyramid. Now that's the Pyramid of Meidum. It came and it took the Pyramid of Saqqara out the number one spot. It only held it for 5 years though, but it's 300 feet. So if you didn't get the message with the Pyramid of Giza, you gonna get it with Meidum. You see, you fall 300 feet, it's gonna be a sad sight. You see, so that's a skyscraper. It held it from 2610 to 2605. They held it for 5 years. Then came the Bent Pyramid. You see, which was which is 344 feet in the sky. You see, held it from 2605, 2600. 5 years held it, it held the record as the tallest freestanding structure in the world. That's the bent pyramid. That's right here. That's right there. That's and so that's 44 feet higher than the Meidum pyramid. And so you come down, and then the red pyramid is actually the same height. See, they got it right, though. You see what I'm saying? Because the bent pyramid was a flaw. You know what I'm saying? But they got it right. They came right back, same height, and got it right. Same height. That's Neferu. Okay? And the red pyramid was technically matter of fact, meters. It's about 1 meter old. Is actually 105. So it's a little bit taller. It's a little bit taller, maybe a meter. You understand what I'm saying? About a meter is taller. And so it held the record for the tallest freestanding structure for 30 years. Okay? And it's ironic that you don't see no Mesopotamian, you don't see no Hindu Indian structures. You don't see, no Mesopotamian, no Greek, or no Roman ever got on, held the number one spot. Never. Okay? And so you see that the Egyptians is handed the belt to themselves. Each time, there is no competition. And we got to understand this. And so after the red pyramid, then you got the GOAT. This is the GOAT right here. See, if you playing spades and you playing civilization this the Joker. This the GOAT. This right here beat everything. You see what I'm saying? This right here beat everything. Ain't no competition. This the GOAT. You see? And so we talking about it held the record. Held the record for 3,881 years. Ain't no Chakula, and even though the Olmecs is our family, no Olmecan pyramids, no fraudulent Mayan pyramids, no Mesopotamian ziggurats, no temples from India, no temples from China, none of that. Held it down for 4,000 years. 455 feet in this. And hey, you fall off that motherfucker. You better hope you down on the way down. You see? You better hope you down on the way down, nigga. Straight up. Because if you alive when you hit the bottom, baby, it's gonna be a hell of man. You better hope it be instantaneous, nigga. Because if you feel any of that pain, nigga, I feel for you. You see, and so you talk about 408, and so it took into the damn near into the 1300s before, and that was the Lincoln Cathedral, and it was 524 feet in the sky. You see, and it wasn't like it was, you talking about it ain't like it was shockingly taller. You see what I'm saying? It's about, you got about 40, 45 feet. And that's tall. That's still a nice little distance, but it ain't, and so even, St. Mary's. Now, I don't know why Lincoln Cathedral, what happened? Did it burn? Spire collapsed. Okay, so the spire collapsed in 1549. So that knocked some height off of it. Because I'm looking down there, that St. Mary's say 500 feet. I say, well, shit, how is it taller? So the spire, okay. Okay, so St. Mary's, and so that's 500, and it stayed, and so that's only 20. I mean, so you talking about, man, damn, they into the damn 1600s. They only going up about 20, 40 or 20 extra feet from the pyramids back in 25, 2600 BC. So they still ain't really, and it's not as massive. You see, it's not as massive. But again, when you look at when I look at this alignment of the pyramids in China, you can see that there is some geometrical design that is being laid out. You see what I'm saying? That looks very similar. Now let me see, Giza, Teotihuacan similarities. Okay. And so let me drop this in here. So we see, we ain't here to, and so we see. I seen it. I say, damn, how is it that it's built like Giza? I went to both of them. I seen it for myself. And it's damn near a replica, man. Like, wow, man, you ain't no coincidence in that. And so you can see the 3 stars of Orion. You see the Giza plateau. You see Teotihuacan. Now let me see if I can get the Chinese pyramids in there. I believe. Let me see if I can get it in there. Because I seen, where they had it. Is that one? Wait a minute. There it is right there. There it is. That's hard body. That you have to take it in consideration. You have to take that into very serious consideration. You see, so you look and you see Giza at the top, then you see right here Egypt, you see Giza, then you see the Chinese, then you see Teotihuacan, then you see Orion. Hey, you call it. You see, you call it. That ain't no coincidence for me. When I went to Giza, and because you dealing, when you dealing on a megalithic level like that, you got it laid out. It's on a blueprint. So it ain't by no damn, luck of the draw. How is it that you aligning, and what are you aligning to get such a similarity like that? And so is everybody independently of one another constructing these pyramid complexes in such a similarity? You see, and you dealing with megalithic structures, whether it's earthenwork, whether it's masonry. You have to be aligning it to something. You see what I'm saying? And so what are you aligning it to? You see, what is your method? When you're dealing on that level, it's not guesswork. When you go to these, when you have city planning, it's not a guesswork. How they design cities, and it's laid out on a blueprint. And so as I can see it, it's not a coincidence at all. Because when you go into the society, it's so many other levels, you see, where, and many other concepts where they come strikingly, to the same conclusions, whether it's in their religion, whether it's in the calendar, whether it's in the alphabet, you understand, headdress, the serpents, and you understand, and so many other, it's no coincidence. Just like you see today, when you look at university systems and how society is set up, yes, let's understand that, a vast majority of the world is set up on the Western, and we must state that. the Western blueprint. So if you go downtown, you could go and you can see even how the rest of the world have started to construct their cities. No matter what they want to believe, they're constructing their cities to look like Western cities, meaning you got large downtowns and shit. So when you go into China, you go into Japan, they didn't have that over there until the West showed up. They had pagodas. They had pagodas over there. You see, in Japan, they had their Chinese architecture. Now today, you can go over there and they got taller buildings than damn U.S. All them damn Chinese cities over there, they downtowns dwarf United States downtowns, except for New York and Chicago. All the rest of them, man, they got cities over, they downtowns are dwarf the rest of the other downtowns in the United States, dwarf them. You see, the only two that can, hang in there is New York and Chicago. The other ones, it's a wrap. They got far greater downtowns, but they mimicking. So it's no, and again, when you go and look at the architects that are constructing these skyscrapers in these downtown, they from the West. You see what I'm saying? So there ain't nobody just up and just goddamn guessing. When you build in large structures like that, it's laid out on a blueprint. You're getting it from somewhere. And so just like when you will find out that Western or European architects and architectural firms are building a lot of these skyscrapers, even in China, even in Japan, even in Asia, and all over the world. You see, when you realize that, you will come to understand that the African Kushites, the Naga Kushites, are constructing a lot of these pyramids that you see with the similarities. You see what I'm saying, that you're witnessing on the screen today. These are the works of Naga Kushites who have a sacred knowledge, understanding of what was taught in the universities of the Nile, and they have taken that information with them all over the world, and they very well were prepared in the Nile, but they do not possess the multitude of skilled laborers, because the Africans is right there in the greatest land of the greatest universities. So they in and out. So you got hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of skilled laborers that have been trained in the greatest schools that cannot be matched. You may come in and get, and bring, a certain amount of your students. You got to be Naga Kushite to get in, but you have to understand, when you go back, you still don't have the pool of laborers, skilled laborers that they got in the Nile. So you have to, you have to do other things like, where I can't cut no blocks. And so we have to use earthen works and this, that, and the third. We have to use earthen work, and we'll put a stone casing on the outside, but we need some help. We don't have that kind of technology. You see what I'm saying? So they had to sacrifice. You see, and they had to use a lesser technology based on the skills of the laborers that they had to use to construct those sites. That's what it boiled down to. You see what I'm saying? So did the Chinese very well, when them pyramids that you calling Chinese were constructed, the Chinese more likely wasn't even in the damn land. You see what I'm saying? They more likely wasn't even in the damn land. You see what I'm saying? Just like when you look at the ancient people of India and all through Southern Asia, it was the Kushite, the woolly head Kushite was in the land before any of the peoples that you see there today. That include the Chinese, that include the Japanese, that include the Hindu Indian. They are all latecomers in the land, just like the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal. All of them are latecomers. Okay, so we'll keep doing our research. We're not done. This is just the beginning. I want to thank you. We got one more presentation of the night. We're gonna it's not shocking to me, but we're gonna talk about this old this old nasty Dalai Lama. You see, Folly Lama. He into that folly. He ain't no Dolly. Yeah, he might be but he folly Lama. You see what I'm saying? And so we got to get on off into him because it's showing proving. You talk about the Chinese and everybody want to talk about it, and here you go. And this is the best they got to offer. This is the top of the top, the Dalai Lama, supposed to be the spiritual leader from Tibet and supposed to have all this occult knowledge and this, that, and the third. And he's just as sick as these damn Catholic priests. All right, family, I want y'all in here. We about to hit it and come right back. This is the General Sarah Soon said. He said, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.